What's up, Starseeds? It's Sid, and today I'm going to be talking about the third trimester of pregnancy, okay? That long haul from week 27 on until you give birth to a little starseed. We're gonna hop into this, alright? I have a video on the first trimester and second trimester down in the link in the description of this video, along with some other cool pregnancy and parenting videos in a playlist for you guys. So yeah. 6 days into my third trimester, my nipples started leaking. Actually, only one of them did, okay, because they both didn't leak at the same time ever. It was either just the right one or just the left one, and this only happened like 10 times, I want to say, during my pregnancy, and this all happened in the third trimester. It can totally happen in the second or even the first, and this is a good sign if your nipples leak when you're pregnant. I believe it's a good sign that you're going to have a good amount of milk. I definitely have a great milk supply. Definitely, I was gonna say definitely not an issue, but I had mastitis for a month, so I guess it definitely was an issue. And I will talk about that in another video. But that is your little warning, because I had no clue what this was before I got it. Mastitis is real, and it sucks. It was the most painful and uncomfortable thing in my life besides labor. So there you go. Yeah, nipple leakage, and this is honestly like regular milk, at least in my case. Like, it was like milky looking, like it looks like my milk that I have now that I have a baby. Okay, doctors and people say it's just colostrum at first, which is like golden and not as liquidy in substance. And then your actual milk comes in like 4 days after you give birth. But no, this seemed like milk to me. It didn't stain my clothes at all. It just like dried and it was gone. Or I threw it in the washing machine, didn't even spray it, and it was really gone. But yeah, that's nipple leakage. So baby brain gets progressively worse throughout your pregnancy. And I said last week I have a funny story. Here it is. I was cleaning my car. I was about to put the car seat and the back seat mirror and shades in the back, and I locked my keys and my phone in my car, and luckily I was at the house, so I used Zach's phone to call AAA or whoever to come unlock my car. I was about to have a baby like any second, so I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe I just did that. So yeah, once you get to the point where you're almost in labor, be sure to have at least your phone like just handy so you can call someone if you need to. Yeah. We're gonna get to that later in the video about having everything planned out, but that's my baby brain story. So uncomfortableness. This gets obviously progressively worse as your pregnancy goes on. Sleeping is so hard to do comfortably because you can really only sleep on your sides. If you sleep on your back, like, I was out of breath. Like, I know you're not supposed to sleep on your back, but I couldn't just go from one side, flip to the other side. Like, I had to like move to my back for a little bit, and sometimes I was so exhausted that I had to stay there for like a minute before I flipped to my other side, which it is fine, ladies. If you lay on your back for a minute, it is not going to do any harm, and your body will let you know when you need to flip, okay? Not just intuitively, but physically, because you won't be able to breathe either, okay? There's just like so much pressure on your lungs. Like, that's just another thing. Just like throughout the day, just like sitting, you're gonna have like pressure on your lungs. You know, baby might kick or hit your lungs. It just happens. Same with your bladder. They're just kicking everywhere. It's getting smushed in there. They're just kicking and hitting everything, okay? Baby is most likely already like face down right now, and it might feel like a kick down there, but it's actually their arms hitting your bladder, okay? Interesting fact. Also, like, well, more about the sleeping thing. Like, my body would literally go numb on my side. That's why it was so uncomfortable. Because I'd be on my right side, and then, like, my arm and my leg, just, like, my hip, like, just, like, everything would be numb. Because, like, I was so much heavier. And then I would flip to my other side, and then that side would go numb, but my other side hadn't finished, you know, gaining its feeling back yet. So it was just, like, really uncomfortable. I was just, like, numb the whole night, just, like, flipping to whatever side was, like, less numb. Whew. And my pregnancy pillow did not help, you guys. I didn't use my pregnancy pillow at all in the 3rd trimester. I think I tried it one night, like, I broke it back out, but it really didn't do me any good. So in the daytime, my feet, you guys, it literally felt like I was walking on my bones. Like, I felt like I had no fat, no muscle in my feet, at least. Like, it just felt like skin and bone. Like, I really did not have any swelling in my ankles or my feet, I don't think. It was just like I felt like I was walking on my bones. It was terrible. Like, I had to sit down after I did anything, okay? Unless I had, like, this nesting instinct to get stuff done, like, I was just exhausted. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I would clean one dish, and then I'd be like, I need a break. Then I'd be like, I can't get back up. I can't do anything else tonight. Like, I need to just, like, sit. So if you're a guy and your girl's pregnant, you let her sit when she needs to sit, okay? Like, it is a real thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it for, like, the physical stuff. Getting on to, you know, what you guys might be experiencing or what you should be doing. I mentioned nesting a little bit a couple seconds ago. So this is just when you feel the need to get everything ready. Clean everything. Wash all the clothes, all the towels, all the sheets, all the blankets, all the baby stuff, everything. Clean everything again. Like, all of that. Some things you need to make sure you do is maternity pictures, okay? You want pictures of your pregnancy. You want cute pictures because you're only going to be pregnant for a little bit longer, and you only have this pregnancy with this baby once, okay? Don't say, oh, I'll do pictures next pregnancy. Like, no, like, that's a different pregnancy that you may or may not have in the future. You need to get pictures of your pregnancy with this baby because it's going to be important. You're going to want to look back on that. So I had a pregnancy photo shoot. Yeah, I loved it. I was going to do more pictures and other outfits too. It just didn't happen, but I'm so happy with the pictures that we did get. They're so cute. And yeah, if you haven't already had a baby shower, now is the time to have the baby shower, okay? Send out the invites, do the baby shower. I have a whole video on how to have an amazing gender reveal and baby shower during COVID. They're 2 separate videos, so check those out if you need some inspiration or help on how to do this during COVID, because it's a crazy time and you need to make sure everyone's comfortable so they can come. And do thank you notes. Oh yeah, register at your hospital, because you do not want to get there and be like, hi, I'm in labor, and then have them hand you a bunch of stuff to sign. Because even after you register, there is still going to be stuff to sign, like a release form on, like, laughing gas in case you want that. Do not get the laughing gas, you guys. It sucks. On the epidural, just in case you want it. Like, if you go in, you want it to be completely natural like I did, there is a total chance that you are going to need something, and you do not want to have to sign that paper when you're that far along in your labor and painful experience, you guys. Pick out birth announcements now. If you want to do birth announcements, have at least, like, 2, maybe 3 that you like, and just, like, copy the link and put it in a little note in your phone or something. So after you have your baby, you can take a picture, because it's going to take you a while to get a good picture. So having the template that you want picked out, so you can just click the link, put the picture in and put the info in of the weight and length and birthday and time and name and all that. So just have that picked out already. Listen to babies screaming and crying on YouTube. Just get a little feel for it if this is your first child. Like, just a couple times, you know? It doesn't have to be like you listen to this every day, but listen to it. Have your partner listen to it. Have your animals listen to it if you have animals. If you have, like, a dog, well, if you have any animals, really, and you have a baby doll, get the baby doll out and just, you know, pretend you're feeding the baby doll. Pretend you're, like, holding the baby doll. And just see how they react to it. It's nothing like a real baby, but it sort of looks like one. So that might help them just kind of get used to it a little bit before the real deal is here. And just plain old talk to your partner about expectations, not only like with the baby, but about labor in general, okay? But especially with the baby, like your parenting morals, everything about that. You can probably hear my little man in the background right now. He's like right here, and he makes baby noises because he's a baby. Aw, you okay? Do you want this? There you go. Because you do not want to have this baby here and then realize that you guys have different values, like whether or not you're going to use certain things for your baby, like cloth diapers, disposable diapers. You should already have that figured out for your registry and all that. But like if you're going to use a pacifier or not, or what age is a good age to introduce it, or a bunch of stuff, you know, how clean you expect things to be, and all of that. And then, like, you know, as your baby grows into, like, a child and all of this, and, you know, your expectations with that, just have a long talk, and do not forget the talk about how you expect them to be during labor, because that is so important, because you are going to be so stressed out, and I'll talk about that in another video, you guys. So yeah, take like a 3rd trimester class virtually, because they probably don't have these in person anymore. Zach and I did one virtually, and it was so easy. Like, we didn't have to get ready and go into a hospital or anything. We just clicked on a Zoom meeting, and we ate tacos during it. So it doesn't have to be that difficult. Just sign yourself up, you guys. That's pretty much it. There was, like, obviously crazy stuff going on. Oh my gosh. In my 3rd trimester, not only with COVID, but like one of the most biggest presidential elections like in history, you guys. And there was just so much in like the collective consciousness, like just all these emotions and thoughts and, you know, timelines shifting. So I don't know, I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, that was my 3rd trimester experience. Make sure you are thinking those positive thoughts throughout your pregnancy, and because that is so important for not just you, but your baby, clearly. And I'm going to be back next week with a totally different video, not pregnancy related, not parenting related, just spiritual scientific Sid. That's going to be the next 3 weeks, some of those stuff, some of that stuff. Grammar is important, y'all. And the week after that, I am going to be talking about my labor and delivery experience. So stay tuned for all of that if you're interested, and leave me questions in the comments for a Q&A for my 100th episode that is slowly but surely coming up, okay? I think he's hungry again, so I'm going to let y'all go. But love and light, and the hybrid children are coming soon.